guys? Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to do a first trimester recap. I know I am quite a bit in the second trimester now, but I haven't had time to film this for you guys, so I'm finally sitting down with my list of things that I needed to remember because my brain is not well, so I can share with you guys. So I hope you guys are excited for this video. If you are, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, comment down below video ideas for the future, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into it. I get this question often and I figured I would get it out of the way. And people do wonder if we were trying since we got pregnant so close to after having Oliver. Yes, we were trying. We got pregnant 6 months postpartum. We decided that we wanted to start trying at 6 months, or it was like around 5 months is actually when we started. But we were going to Disney and I wanted to make sure that I can ride rides and stuff like that. So it was a very loose try because I would have gotten a positive test if I was to get pregnant that cycle, like our last day in Disney, I think. So we were trying. We did not end up getting pregnant that first cycle because we weren't really like trying that time, but we did get pregnant on our second cycle, which we did not expect. I was taking prenatals during that whole month of trying. I'm not sure if that helped us or not. With Oliver, it took us about 4 or 5 months to conceive him, and we did have a chemical pregnancy in December and got our positive with him in February. So I don't know if the prenatals helped, but I'm saying that they did since we got pregnant so soon. So we did try, and we are very, very lucky and blessed to have gotten pregnant when we did. During the cycle that we did find out that we were pregnant, I was also tracking my ovulation. This was the first time I had ever tracked ovulation before. I never tried it with Oliver. I don't know why, I just never did. This time around, I kind of wanted a more accurate reading on when I was ovulating and stuff like that. So I did some research, not like a whole bunch, but I did some, talked to some friends who have tracked their ovulation before, and I used the Premom app. That helped me a lot because I would buy the easy at home ovulation strips and you can scan them right into the app, and it basically tells you if your peak is high or not, and if you had a peak already or whatever, vice versa, whatever. That seemed to really help me as well. And we definitely got a more accurate reading when we did go to the doctor to find out like how far along I was. It was more accurate than when I went to the doctor with Oliver. It was about a week behind with him, and this time it was like spot on because we knew exactly when I ovulated. So let's talk cravings. My first craving that I had this pregnancy this time around was actually Taco Bell, surprisingly. It was Taco Bell Fiesta potatoes. Those are so good. So that was like my first big craving this time. Also spicy things. I got there was some spicy item at Taco Bell that I got like a lot in the first like week or two of me finding out that we were pregnant. I think I was like 5 or 6 weeks, and I started craving spicy, and I'm not a spicy person. If you know me in real life or know me at all, I cannot handle spicy, but I was obsessed with spicy. I also craved one of their refried bean burritos. Also, if you know me, you know I don't like refried beans, so that threw me off, but it was so good. I also craved a lot of chocolate things. I would eat chocolate graham crackers all the time, a chocolate bar, a Kit Kat, a Twix, things like that. And also Starbucks everything bagels. I craved those with Oliver, and I craved them a little bit in the beginning of this pregnancy, and not so much now, but they were definitely one of my cravings that I had that was similar to when I was pregnant with Ollie. So those were like the major pregnancy cravings that I distinctly remember in the first trimester. There wasn't a lot because I was very nauseous this time. This time I was definitely more nauseous and threw up more than when I was pregnant with Oliver. That was very hard. Let's talk symptoms. If I look down at my list, I'm sorry, but like I said, my brain is not working, so I need to be reading this. So symptoms, I was definitely out of breath a lot earlier this time, a lot faster this time. I don't know if that has to do with chasing around another baby this time, whereas before I could just relax. even though I did work in the beginning of that pregnancy. I wasn't running after a kid all the time. Nausea started 2 days before 6 weeks, which was very, very hard. As I was saying, it is not easy being nauseous while taking care of someone who is very young and they need you and depend on you for everything, obviously. So that was very hard, but my nausea usually came mostly at nighttime. So luckily I did have my husband home, and I would run upstairs, throw up, do my thing or whatever, and he would watch Oliver while I did that. I would have nausea in the morning, but it wasn't as bad. I started taking B6 and Unisum around, I think it was like 7 or 8 weeks, I think it was. I didn't take it my last pregnancy. I remember my doctor recommending B6 last time. I don't remember her recommending Unisum, but so many people recommended it, and she even recommended it to me this time around, which I am so grateful for, which I'm currently still taking to this day. I take my Unisum and B6 at nighttime. That way it lasts me all day. Sometimes in my first trimester, I would have to take a Zofran around 4:30, 5 o'clock is when that medicine would wear off and I would get really, really sick. So I would just take a Zofran and then hopefully be good the rest of the day. Most of the time it didn't always work, and I would throw up, or I would eat something or smell something and I would throw up. So it was definitely really hard, but the B6 and Unisum helped me a lot this time with my nausea, which I am so thankful for. But I highly recommend that if you have not tried that. I was trying to stay away from Zofran because I know there are some side effects to Zofran, and I just don't like risking it, especially in the first trimester. So I try to stay away from it in the first trimester, but it's very, very hard when you're constantly sick. So there was only a couple days where I didn't take it, so it was basically an everyday thing too. Another one of my symptoms that I had was weird dreams. I had those with Ollie as well, and I literally would just leave my Bible open. If you don't know, I've talked about this before. I would leave my Bible open to Psalms 91, and I would leave it on my nightstand, and my dreams would go away. The bad dreams would no longer happen. I had really bad paranormal dreams in the beginning, and as soon as I had that verse open, I no longer had them, which was super nice, and I could finally relax and be excited to go to bed. And also I would get a burst of energy when I was in my 9th week. I finally started to feel somewhat okay. I was really exhausted for those first couple of weeks. So I get a little burst of energy to where I could clean something or do something, but it didn't last long at all, and I was back into my nausea state. And I think the nausea lasted my whole first trimester. I honestly have no idea and don't remember, because it felt like it just went on forever. My first doctor's appointment this time around was at 9 weeks, which was a little bit later than my last one. When I first went in with Ollie, I was around 7 weeks, so I had to wait 2 more weeks this time, which was really, really hard, and I was so nervous, but baby was good, baby was healthy, which was super exciting. And then actually before that first appointment, I did do a peekaboo test, which is early gender results. I did that when I was almost 8 weeks along, and then I did the NIPT when I was almost 11 weeks, and I got conflicting results. So the peekaboo said girl and the NIPT said boy. Obviously NIPT is more accurate because it's like at your doctor, and also I was further along. But it was very hard to deal with that information when you think that the baby is one gender for like 5 to 6 weeks. So that was really hard because I didn't get my NIPT results back till almost 2 weeks after getting it done. So that whole time we were thinking it was a girl. We had the name picked out and everything, and turn around and it's a boy, which we are so excited for. We have his name and everything. But like I said, it was definitely hard to switch in your brain after thinking you're having a girl to going to a boy. And it would be the same as if you were thinking you were having a boy and it was a girl. It was definitely really, really hard. At 11 weeks, we took our Instagram pictures that I was going to post for the announcement that we were expecting another baby, which was super exciting. And I was so nervous to post those because I was nervous of people judging us that we got pregnant so soon, but it was what we wanted, so I'm super excited about that. And then at 13 weeks, I swear I felt flutters going on in there, and they do say that you feel your second baby sooner because you've already like, you know, you already kind of like know what they feel like. So I swear I felt that at 13 weeks, which was super interesting. It wasn't like kicks, but it was definitely like something there. Could have been gas for all I know, but I still thought it was super sweet. And yeah, that's basically everything that I have written down in my first trimester update recap thing. So there's probably so much more that I left out or missed out, but again, I don't remember. I am well into my second trimester now, which has been super exciting. Baby boy is growing good and healthy, and I can't wait. We have our next doctor's appointment in 2 weeks. We had to reschedule our ultrasound, which was supposed to be yesterday, but we had to reschedule, and the earliest they had was 2 weeks. So that really sucks, but again, at least he's growing nice and healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, comment down below video ideas for the future. Don't forget to subscribe, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.